Alfred Hitchcock did more than make movies. He made audiences squirm, lean in, and want more. This is the kind of storytelling that your book deserves. Yes, even if you're writing a nonfiction book that is intended to attract clients and grow your business. Why? Because when your readers lean in and want more, they are more likely to want to become your client. In this episode, I'm dropping 5 eerily good lessons pulled straight from Hitchcock's brilliant films that will help you write a better book. Watch this if you dare.
Pour a cup of clarity, sip a spark of insight. Coffee with Karma, your morning feels just right.
Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help big thinkers, visionary leaders, and seasoned experts who are established write, publish, and market client-attracting books so they can grow their business. And I do this with a touch of AI flair and gamification fun so that it goes smoothly, easily, fast, quick, and fun. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so that the YouTube algorithm understands that people like you who want to grow their business with books will like this video and will push it out to them as well. It's a win-win-win for everyone. Now let's get to the 5 eerily good lessons from Alfred Hitchcock. The first one is master the art of suspense. Don't dump it all in at once. Hitchcock, no matter what movie you're watching, would drip in clues and reveal things. He didn't reveal everything up front. It was layered. Like, for example, think of the birds. There's a scene at the beginning where like a bird does something wonky and people are like, what? And then it gets more and more wonky. And then there's the famous scene where the character is sitting. I've actually been to this church that this scene was shot at, and I've seen where these are. But so the person's just sitting there, and then you hear a bird, and you look, and there's like 1 or 2 birds. Then you hear more fluttering. Now there's a few more birds. Then there's more fluttering. There's even more birds. And that's when this looks a little skeevy and she starts running. That's that famous scene. You can do that too. Now, obviously, you don't want to be scaring your audience, but you can be layering in the pieces that, so by the time all your birds are there, they realize, wow, I need to pay attention to this. Number 2, start with the ordinary, then twist it. So think Rear Window or the birds. Everyday life becomes extraordinary. I love Rear Window. And James Stewart, he's having, he broke his leg and his girlfriend's taking care of him. And he's looking out the window because why not? There's a dancer and there's all these interesting things. And then suddenly one thing is a little bit off. What does that mean? That's what you can do. You can start with the ordinary. This is how things are. This is how you may think they are, but there's something you're missing. That's the twist. There's something you're missing. Number 3, make the audience an accomplice. Hitchcock often made viewers complicit. We knew that the knife was behind the curtain in Psycho. We knew that that guy was doing something wrong in Rear Window. We even knew the birds were dangerous before the characters did. So, Is there a way that you can frame this that shows your reader being a part of the action taking place in your book? That's what makes them an accomplice so that they almost feel like they are co-writing the book, even though all of the book's already written. They feel like they are playing a part. This works really well if you've got exercises or a workbook component to your book. Now, if you are enjoying this video so far, I am about to drop a sort of blueprint workbook that will help you plan out your book so that you can get going now rather than later. It should be dropping next week. If you would like it, drop workbook in the comments below and I'll make sure you get the link. Now back to number 4. Use camera angle, but in words. So Hitchcock was brilliant at these camera angles. I remember I was taking a class. Our textbook was Francois Truffaut's interview of Alfred Hitchcock, and we were studying Hitchcock films and Truffaut films. And part of that class, when we got to Psycho, the famous shower scene, we watched it as it shows up in the movie. We watched it with like flashes whenever there was a cut, and we watched it with and without sound. And it was amazing how all the pieces, the rapid cuts, the eerie music, all made that scene intense. Take any of those elements out, and it was like, this is kind of boring. Yeah, the famous shower scene, boring. It was his clever use of camera cuts, camera angles, and the music that made that scene so powerful. So use odd angles to give your words weight. Shift perspective. Rewrite scenes or examples from a different POV to deepen the impact. Throw your readers a little bit off so they lean in more. And number 5, play with psychological contrast. In Psycho, charming exteriors hid darkness. Do the same with your narrative. Pair hope with vulnerability. Pair expertise with insecurity. Readers connect to the contrast. Show your before and after. In fact, I'm writing a blog post, which will drop on Monday, where I show my author's journey and how I mean, a lot of people, they see that I've written a lot of these books and I've won awards and I've done a bestseller. Karma just knows everything. She's got it all in. I did not start there. My first book, Bongers from Buncakes, has a blurry photograph on the cover and is 8.5 by 11, which no book should be. Because I had no clue what I was doing, but I learned. And so can you. And you have. You have a before that came before you became the expert that you are. Show that journey because this does 2 things. Number 1, it shows the contrast of I didn't know what I was doing with I really know what I'm doing now. And it gives your readers hope that they too can eventually know what they're doing. It shows that you know, it shows empathy. It shows that you know what it's like to be where they are because you've been there. And that contrast helps your readers lean in. So there you go. 5 eerie good lessons from the Master of Suspense, Alfred Hitchcock. I will be back next week with more good stuff. Until then, this is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.